Good morning, Edo State. Good morning, Benin City. And good morning, Nigeria. My name is Peggy Yukwari, and the program is Daybreak. We are reaching you from Edo Broadcasting Service here in Aduwawa, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. And we are on this family segment. Today is the last Tuesday of the month of March. And I know you have been enjoying yourself. How was your night? I know it's pretty good. When there is life, there is hope. We have to move on. As I said, we are on the family segment. We want to talk about the family. Last 2 weeks, we talked about the woman. Without submission, marriage will not work. And this morning, we want to dive into another way in the family circle, talking about love. Husband, love your wife. And the same thing, without love, I don't think marriage can exist. So this morning, I have our usual and a familiar guest who have been with us on this program and family segment, and they are family counselor. I want to introduce to you Madam Bako Yusuf. You are welcome to the show this morning.
Good morning, viewers at home. God bless you.
And I have my Pastor Richard Ben Masue. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning and good morning, viewers.
Okay, you're welcome. And we are saying, husband, love your wife. Just take it from there.
Thank you very much. I think automatically when it comes to husband loving your wife, obviously I have to start. It is true by definition that love makes the world revolved. When it comes to spouses, the issue of love is something that is extraordinary as far as successes in marriages are concerned. The husband, by definition, in both religions and traditions, is the head of the family. The onus is on him to radiate love around and within and outside the family. The wife is a part and parcel of the husband. In most cases, they will refer to them as our better half.
Okay.
But this better half, for love to radiate properly, need to create the enabling environment for the man to love. I will say this, that when love does not exist in a family, the majority of the blame from the outsider points at the man. But let me, before I begin to say how much love we can pour on our women, that most of the love that do not exist within their house are caused by the men. Are caused by the women. Because when a man, it is obvious by our tradition that it's the man that goes to you to say, I want to marry you. There's something that resembles love, if I might not call it love, before the man makes such a move. Therefore, by the time the man actually decides to take the bull by the horn and say, you are now my wife, he's supposed to build on what he saw before he decides to come to say, I want to marry you. So it is there and there that the need for the wife to create the necessary environment or to reciprocate, using the right language, for the love that the man has projected to make the man begin to build on what he has started. Now, what we call love in marriages, from our interaction with people as counselors, is something that is different entirely from those of us who are looking at it from outside. Because it's something that grow, you build it, it becomes to expand. You begin to understand yourselves. You begin to understand what the need for you to stay together, because these are two different persons from different backgrounds, and they are unequivocally not in any way connected before the era of saying we want to get married. Therefore, the need to understand, study yourself, and begin to see some of the salient states that will make that love to grow, to exist. For example, you must know the do's and don'ts, the likes and dislikes of your wife. And so, Maybe before you married her, those were the things that were priority in what you like.
Okay.
But marriage will make you begin to adjust to what she likes, provided it does not have any serious effect on the growth of your marriage. You must not unnecessarily begin to, even when you now get to the marriage, find out that it is not what you thought it would be, that it is now. Don't scold her in public.
Okay.
Don't begin to let her know that you are the man in the house when her friends are around her or when visitors are around. Don't begin to let her know that, look, I thought you were better, but this, I don't know that this is who you are. Just keep it and look for the right moment when you are together and begin to tell her, these are the things that I think we should change as far as our relationship is concerned. Then studying your wife. Know her moods. Know when you need to get cross with her and when you need to get her close. And in most cases, you get more results when you talk to your wife when she's in a sweet moment. When you talk to her when she's cross, you will get a repercussion that you least expected. So when you do that, you will be able to now get the message you want to put across to her, and she will be able to imbibe it. Do not hurt her unnecessarily, and do not begin to make an issue what you need to discuss with your colleagues and your peers, whether in private or in public. Okay. Because somehow, she will get to know that the information that is being sent to her was not leaked out by anybody except by you. And moreover, you should also know that as a man, when you begin to think that your wife is a bad person, any reasonable person will know that you two are bad. So you are indirectly also narrating yourself when you begin to narrate your wife. So let me stop here for now, because what you call love might not be just kisses and cuddling. It goes beyond that when it comes to the issue of marriage.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's go to Pastor Richard's. Then, talking about love, how do you know that the husband loves the wife? How? Your own way.
Okay, well, let me first of all say it very plainly for any man who have decided he is going to get married. I want you to know that women respond to love. That love you profess from the very beginning, you must sustain it. Not forgetting that this woman you are getting married to will misbehave. She will misbehave. I'm not telling you she may. I'm not telling you, sometimes she will misbehave. And that's where the work comes in. Marriage is not fun. Marriage is work. When you step in, you have to work it out. I take myself as an example. When I got married, as most women will do, I felt my husband can profess love to me, and so he has to work it out. I saw so many things in him, around him, that puts me off. So naturally, I start nagging. That's what happened to so many women. Because, listen, when a man comes to a woman, you tell the man, I'm going to build skyscraper. I'm going to fly you to heaven and fly you back. And these are the things that motivated us to say, I'll go with you. So now that I've come, and then just like the Bible says, and the two of them were naked and they were not ashamed. And I've seen your nakedness. And I'm not like, I thought. That is where the work comes in. That's not when you should start beating me. That's not when you should start like, I thought you are this, I didn't know you nag. No, that's the time you now have to work it out, knowing that there was a little bit of flattery in what you told me. Every man flattered. Most men flattered their wives. You know now, when you just met her, and every woman was like, is this all you are? And the man was like, no, I am still, the other side is remaining that I've not shown to you. And that's what motivated us to follow you. So that that love must be sustained, knowing that the woman will certainly see some things that you didn't. There's always a lot of plasma kind of in courtship. The woman will get to see some things you've been trying to hide, and naturally she will react. In reacting, don't beat her, don't call her names. As a leader that God has made you to be, that's when you should calm down and woo her back, reassure her that, listen, everything will be all right. No, is it that? That's not time to so what? Because you feel you have gotten her. Yes, because you feel, yes, I'm not in charge. I paid your bride price, and after all, you have even released one engine for me. You are no longer the way you used to be. Where will you run to now? Nowhere. No, that's not the time to do that to the woman. Because when you do that to her, sometimes she can become mad and wild. And that's what leads to breaking home most times. Let me hold it there.
This is interesting.
You want to say something?
Obviously, this thing might...
Good morning. Okay, you want to add something?
Go ahead.
Just
all right,
morning,
thank
welcome.
you. I was just enjoying the discussion concerning the flattering and the rest.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, viewers, for staying with us. It's Daybreak. And we're looking at husband, love your wife, according to the Institute of Marriage. That's God, the Creator. He created marriage, and we're looking at husband, love your wife. Malam Bako, talking about loving your wife, I want you to to some people, it's easy to love the wife when the wife is submissive, when the wife is kind, and when the wife is respectful. But in the process, when you were married to a woman, she's recalcitrant, she's disobedient to you, how will you now fulfill this command that God says, love your wife? Is it easy now to still love your wife when the wife is stubborn, doesn't respect you, doesn't even prepare your meal? Is it still, do you still love the wife, or you give me back, I give you back?
Like I said when I spoke earlier, the ground for loving should be a soft landing by both parties. But again, the man must not also forget that both the Bible and the Quran told us that the crooked rib of me was used in making my wife. And so when you have that behind your mind, that whatever your woman has become, you will be able to accept it as a religious person and begin to think that, okay, this is part of me, and so I must do whatever is necessary to ensure. Although people don't normally go this way. It's always a tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. But it doesn't make love grow in a family. It doesn't at all. Rather, it brings a total breakdown of law and order in the family. Yes, like my sister rightly said, even if you don't flatter a woman constitutes a house, a relationship, whether a marriage relationship or even a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship with high expectations. That is woman for you. She maybe, or if she just saw you one day in a party spraying, and she decided that is who you are. Maybe that is the money you have been saving for the past 1 year, and you just decide to exhibit it, and so the woman just say, if I carry this kind of man, I don't say I go enjoy. Then all of a sudden, I come there and find out that the man does not have what it takes. Now, this is where the man now has to show love. Love necessarily not have to do with money. It has to do with tolerance, understanding, patience, and perseverance. So women will begin to tell you, I love my husband not because he has money, but he knows me. The man understands me.
Or is a kind
he
person.
Knows my feeling, and the man is kind. Kindness does not have to be that you buy clothes for the woman or buy her a car or build her a house, but that you have her feelings. You know where it hurts her. You discuss her problem with her, and you solve it together. And you call her pet names, and you kisses her when she's moody, and you rock her when you think she does not want to be close to. These things makes a woman feel that, I don't have a man who is rich, but I have a man of my heart. This is love. There are two different situations. Some men want to pamper their wives by buying gifts, by doing all that, but when you sit those women down and talk to them, when we are counseling, they tell you that, I have all it takes in my marriage, but I'm not happy. Why? Because there's no love. The man brings everything home, buy the food, buy the clothes, buy cars, take care of the children, but you hardly see him. The love is shown outside rather than inside. So,
Okay, before you go on, because of time, love fluctuates. There's this, sometimes we go in Zoom, sometimes we not come down, and as if there is nothing anymore. In that case, in that process, how do you still retain to manage this kind of loving, cuddling? Because when you are stressed, sometimes it affects you emotionally.
Yeah, naturally, if you want to look at our stressful life, we will not even have time to love.
That's okay.
Because 24 hours in a day, a man is stressed. You have so many things in your mind that is talking to you, that's ministering to you, that you want to achieve, both at home and outside their own environment. The onus is on you, as a man, to manage your thoughts, your innermost thought, and give to Caesar what is Caesar, and give to Rome what is Rome. It's difficult to do, but you must find time in order to have crisis. It is a form of crisis management. That, for example, you are coming home, you just bought fuel for so amount of money, gas is finished at home, and the children have school fees is just by the way, and the woman expects you to come and smile. My wife will tell me, why are you just frowning your face? I say, you will not understand, my dear. You will not understand. Yes. You understand yes. Because otherwise, you will not know why I'm frowning my face. Because if I have to meet all my demand and also please you, then no matter how I try to make my face look bright, the inner part of me will always show in my face. But at that point, that is where you have to show love. It is not when all is good that you show love. Ability to manage that situation and still make your wife to be part of it and carry her along. And that is the time the woman also will want to annoy you by asking you that, when last did you buy me the recharge card? You can imagine you are thinking about so many big things, and the woman is thinking about the recharge card.
Yes, care.
Yes, care. You see, but you see, ability to start say, okay, recharge card is your problem. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But for now, somebody will say, are you the Chris?
Yes.
Recharge card, are you a baby?
But and that is the line.
So this is it. One needs to understand these situations and know how to manage them so that love can grow within the house. But if you decide to make it a bossing ring, then of course, you know, we always say marriage is the only institution where before you even enter, they give you a certificate. In other institutions that you go to, you have to study, graduate, then you are certificated. But in marriage, you are just coming and you are given certificate. And what that means is you must live up to the content of that certificate.
Pastor Richard Spain, in the process when the husband love is no longer there, you know this man was once loving, was once kind, but due to hardship and lot of things going on, some can be health challenges, and the love is no longer being poured or shown to you. As a woman, what can you do to help yourself in that phase when you are now expecting so much love from your husband?
It's a very, very bad, a very, very bad time for any woman to face. All women, when they are at that point, anything can happen. I want to say it emphatically to the man that is watching now. This is the difference between the extraordinary men and the normal men. Extraordinary men knows how to manage a woman, even in the face of hardship. This is the difference between the extraordinary men and the normal men, in the sense that this thing we are talking about even affects some marriages. It affects their sexual life. Because when the bills are on the table, things are not working. Naturally, a woman will be gloomy. Naturally, the woman is not happy. Naturally, at that time, you try to make her turn, she turns you down. And that is when the extraordinary man, just like Malabako said, we calculatively go extra mile, first of all, to calm her down, and again, revive the joy that is already dying in the inside.
All right. Revive the joy that is already dying inside.
We want to continue After the news?
Yes, we'll continue like some few seconds because I want her to land.
We have
because
so much to
she's
say.
just firing. But after the news.
I try to speak for women.
Yes, I know that. After the news, we'll continue on this line. Please stay with us. Daybreak continues after the morning news.
From the rising of the sun to the going down of same, you never change. You remain the same, the same, the same. Heavens cry and angels bow to the glory of your name, precious Jesus, sovereign God. Hey, hey, you were my God. Oh,
It's Daybreak Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from Edo Broadcasting Service. All right, before we continue with our family lesson, because that was what I promised, let me give you a peep of what the papers are saying this morning. On the Punch newspaper, National Convention, Arigbo Shola, allies, aggrieved chieftains, supporters dump APC. Democracy under threat in West Africa, one Obasanjo Osibanjo. Okay, terrorist attacks on Kaduna communities unacceptable. This is attributed to Senator Umba Sani. Ghana can't cage me again, Simon. If you want to know who Simon, get your Punch paper. Partner Osime with Igalo fans urge Egwavon. Court dismisses 715 million naira scam charges against Jonathan's minister. Okay. Police arrest man over girlfriend's death await autopsy report. Echo Bridge fire, Lagos trader kick against quit notice, demand alternative. Delta youth block road over alleged marginalization, traveler stranded. Missing 24-year-old man's body found in uncompleted Delta building. All right, for more details, you get your punch paper. All right, let's see what the Vanguard is saying briefly this morning. Bayelsa Riverside communities rage over long-drawn blackout. Rivers communities too vacant as regent quits. Foreign investment, Nigeria loses to other African countries in oil and gas. Insecurity, Katsina records 50% decline in crime rates. 2023, identify with people at the grassroots to win elections. Minister cancels women. I don't see any artists as competition. This is Vivid Ushe. Okay, that's a bit of entertainment. The NYSC DG mourns as core members lump dies watching football. That's terrible.
Very sad.
4 dead as tanker truck collide burst into flames along Epe Expressway. Sit at home, Umblons attack Imo police station with petrol bombs, injure officers. Kotiski 8 persons in Ogun State. Terrorists bomb Abuja Kaduna Rail track, attack 970 passengers. 544 million naira contract fraud charges against SGF Baba Shalawa unnecessary, witness court. Okay, convention, federal government attacks PDP, alleges destabilization. Okay, that's a peep of what the papers are saying this morning. If you cannot get the hard copies, you get your soft copy. Yes, be informed is very necessary.
It's very important. You still have to acquire data.
The money problem.
Yes,
the money
all
problem.
is money.
But somehow all the news is all about killings, death,
attack.
My God, when is it going to end in this country? All right, but one thing I know, all this problem we are having starts from the home front.
Yes,
from the home front. And that's why on Tuesday Daybreak, we always give time for our family segment to ensure that the home front is strong. When we have a solid home, the problems, the criminal activities in the society will be reduced. Okay, this morning we'll be looking at, again, we want to start from where we started this morning, loving your wife. As I said earlier, is the Holy Bible that said it. For those that are on the other faith, even the Quran, God said, love your wife.
Even traditionally, you have to love.
Are you a traditionalist, baby?
No.
All right.
In all ways.
Okay.
Pastor
Pastor Richards, when we have some marriage coach in the house, they'll be talking to us to ensure that you have a good and solid home in our society. Once again, we have Pastor Richards. Ben, thank you, ma'am, for coming.
Yeah, thank you, my pleasure.
And we have Malam Bako with us. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Always appreciate you.
Right, Pastor Richards, Ben was talking about when there's some strain in life, the man is going through some kind of challenges, the love is no longer there. How can the wife cope with this time when the husband is like distracted? No more peck, no more kisses, no more cuddling, and she's just there because the man is distracted. How can she cope with such situation?
Yeah, when everything seems to, I'm trying to look for words to use. When there seems to be challenges in the home, especially finance, when there are so much bills the man have to pay, and everything staring at his face and even the woman's face, and the emotional part need to equally be held on to very well, because that is what will help those bills to be paid. Yes, if the emotional part is on the ground floor, flat on the floor, I will tell you those bills will remain there, because the brain, you will not even be able to think straight. because your wife is going to give you a lot of attitude. And sometimes the man gives the wife attitude too. Men gives their wife attitude when they have a lot of bills to pay. And it is an acid test for the fathers. The fathers at such times still have a way to get through. How do you get through as a father? Women being what we are, when our emotion is down, things are not working, the next day the woman breaks down and starts crying. And she's like, I don't know where else to go to. At that point, the man have to think through. You know, there's what is called pray through, but this one is not pray through now. You think through. You must think through it, and it's not a time to start calling your wife names. It's not a time to try. No, at such time, you must think through. And you know, Malabako said something. Look at your wife. She's down. Some men will tell you, okay, you are down. Be down now. No.
Or carry yourself up if you don't.
Or carry yourself up.
Sit, be down there.
You know the reason why I'm talking like this. I handled a case recently between a couple where the woman actually came to me to complain to somebody, and they got to me that the husband refused to communicate with her emotionally. In other words, the other room had been closed for 8 months.
Wow.
Yes, 8 months running. And I called the man and said, what is this? You know what he said? He said, I made an attempt, and she said no. So I left her.
Wow. To where?
You see what we are talking about? Fathers will not leave, like he rightly puts, fathers will not leave a wife when things are down and you are trying to make an attempt and she say no, and you say, okay now. No! You will cuddle her. You will look for way around to. Women are like children, for crying out loud. When a woman is down, that is why I tell couples, the greatest assignment before you, after the paparazzi of wedding, is get to know each other. Get to really know this man. What is his, we have what is called mumu button. What is his, you can call it mumu button, you can call it robot button. What is the robot button of this man? Which anytime I touch, no matter how down, he will spark up. Every woman also have mumu and robot button. Yes. What is her robot button? For some women, their robot button may just be suya. As small as that.
Or ice cream.
Ice cream. As small as that.
Or bone straight.
No, bone straight. You see the man is shouting, no. Because bone straight, the man will have to jump up, jump down. But you know, frankly speaking, for so many women, their Dundee button, their robot button are just very little things. It could just be as small as slicing vegetable for her while she was cooking.
Yes.
And she's packed up. So we are saying that the home can work. When your wife is down and you need her to spark up, shower her with love. That's not time for you to since you are down, like Sister Joseph rightly put, carry yourself up. How can I carry myself up? You need to help me. Okay. Women, we need touch. We need care. We need reassurance. In times like that. So that is when fathers rises up and like, what will I do now? What will I do now? And then you brainstorm. You need to, don't only brainstorm about your business, brainstorm about your wife. Brainstorm about bringing back her joy. And guess what? When the joy of the woman is back, he will weary you with submission. When the joy of that woman is back, Malabako is here to bear me with it. When the joy of a woman is back, is it the other room? She will give you Jackie Chan. Is it kitchen? She will give you, oh my God.
Orichi.
Let me
all right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. But not all women are what you have just described. But again, all said and done, the man must know one thing that is very clear. A man, whatever you are, you were born through a woman. A woman mothered you as a child, cuddled you, bring you up. You end up marrying a woman. And I don't see any reason why you should not take good care of a woman. Because it is inseparable pairs that you must always have to deal with. And I always have this adage when I'm counseling men. I said, if you know you fear labor, if you know you don't like blood, don't ever visit labor room. or labor room, the only water you see there is blood.
Yeah.
So if you know you cannot handle women, why do you go to a institution of marriage? It's something that you most necessarily have to. It shouldn't be this is who I am. I'm a macho man. You don't macho man to your wife.
At all.
The day you sleep on the same bed, you have lost your machoship.
Yes. So.
You have become equal playmates.
Yeah.
And a woman is a baby doll.
Oh.
You can say
Say
it
it
again.
again.
Yeah, it's a baby doll. Your baby doll, you cuddle, you play, you are always with it, and anytime you think, oh, something is wrong, you fix it. When you do that, you have a very lovely home.
Right.
But when men loses that, it's always a big problem. And that is where you have the majority of the marriages breaking down before you even know it. On a final note, I want to say that you see, we men, if you rule out the fact that a woman is going to get you angry, get you upset, and you think that the only way you can make your own work is to become the head of the house and always he who must be obeyed, then you are not ready to love, you're not ready to have a marriage. Because in life, there are no perfect husbands, there are no perfect wives. There are no perfect marriages. What is important is when you believe in each other and help each other, you might have perfect moments in marriages.
Thank you.
Okay, in conclusion, please, sir. We are talking about love.
Yeah.
Can a man love two wives at the same time? Because it's love.
Let's look at it from this angle.
Okay.
We want to start another
No,
discussion.
it's not that discussion. Let me just summarize it. Let me just summarize it.
Say man love your wife.
Let me just summarize
So can
it.
this man we are talking about
Love two wives.
two
Okay.
wives at the same time?
Let me just summarize it.
Okay. Very important.
Love is, I describe love as something that is pure and white and beautiful. It can only have one single color. But when you stain it, you now have double color. Now let me quickly expatiate. If you have a wife at home who knows your words, who respects you, who gives you the necessary thing that is required to make a marriage work, it's only the stupid man that will look outside. I use the word stupid man. Because a woman, half woman is half problem, full woman is one full problem, and two women are two major problems. So I don't think any sane man, in his right senses, will want to play home and away matches in this modern economy. But you do that when you are overpressed to do it. Whether there will be loving two wives, two women at a time, impossible. For me, I don't know for that man.
Okay, we'll discuss that. Maybe some other time we'll discuss that. If it's possible to love two women at the same time. So men will tell you that they have so much love.
I think
So
we should just take it next week.
we'll take it to the all right.
No, just spread it.
So men will tell you that they have up
So
to
Malama Book gave a powerful answer to it.
So they can spread it.
They can spread up
Without
to 10.
sentiments.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next week, please, I want you to stay with the discussion.
Don't miss
because-
next week.
Don't miss it, because you're going to discuss
It's going to be very hard.
Yeah,
Because
it's
we
going
are-
to
There's
love
more to
10
love
women.
women.
Women love this kind of.
All right. Okay.
We will give it to the women, I will give it to the men.
Next week is a date. But before we wrap up this segment of the program, we want to celebrate all mothers in the house.
Yeah.
Sunday was
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Wish you all
You
the
have a
best.
mother, you have a sister, you have aunties. Please celebrate them.
Do you know yesterday they were asking me, people saying
How many
it's
times
only
you
mother
celebrate
that will
mothers?
celebrate.
Yeah.
I said,
Father's Day.
he said, no, Father is just once. He said, Father is just once. Women.
The first celebration was
I
women.
said
This
it's
second one is
International
mothers.
Women's Day. On the 8th was International Women's Day, and this one is about the woman again. Say everything mother.
Why don't you
It's
have
the
that
same
man?
thing,
You can.
So we
You can
should have
initiate
men.
You can initiate it.
Okay, what the man wants that we celebrate Men's Day. They will not
Yeah,
celebrate
Father's
Father's
Day,
Day.
of course.
We celebrate Bachelor's Day.
Possible.
So you should initiate it.
Women make the world rock.
Okay.
All
no arguments.
We should not forget our crown and our head, the
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
We celebrate them daily, and their celebration is all the time.
All the time.
What they say about, they say woman is celebrated 365 days
Yeah.
throughout the year.
Yeah.
What about the men?
Same.
All right, that's our show for that's our the time out for this segment. We are going for the religious segment. Please stay with Benita. Lily, she'll be coming up very shortly. Stay with us.